जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
Good morning, members and students. Wish you all a happy 75th Independence Day. I think no one has had breakfast. I'm not getting a reciprocal wishes. Once again, wish you all a 75th happy Independence Day. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais, to the members and to the students. I request our chairman of Bangalore branch to escort our chief guest of the day to the dais. I request our vice chairman to escort our regional council members onto the dais. I request chairman to welcome our chief guest with a floral bouquet. I request our vice chairman to hand over floral bouquet to our regional council member. We shall start this program by invocation. I would call upon Ms. Raksha and Rashmi onto the dais for the invocation song.
महागणपत्यो मनसा महागणपत्यो मनसा स्मरामि महागणपत्यो मनसा स्मरामि महागणपत्यो मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपत्यो महादेव सुता महादेव सुता गुरु गहनोता महादेव सुता गुरु गहनोता मार कोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं मार कोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपत्यो मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपत्यो मनसा स्मरामि. Thank you.
I request our chairman, first of all, thank you for the invocation. I request our chairman, C.S. University, to give the welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest, past Chairman of Bangalore Branch, K. Vishwanath Sir, SRC, Geeta Madam, Pramod, Divya, and my committee members, professional colleagues, and my dear students. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Once again, Josh Aila, as our good. We have completed 75 years of independence and entering into the 76th year of independence. Hope you all know that sacrifices done by our elders to get this independence. Lot of movements happened. Lot of students, youngsters jumped into the independence to get the independence. We are all enjoying because of their sacrifice, Tyaga Balidana. We are enjoying this independence. Compared to all other countries surrounding, they are also got same year, 1 or 2 years different. They got independence, but the way India has reached, achieved its milestone, becoming a global leader, it's a remarkable. This is a contribution of our netas and publics of the Indians. We need to have that patriotism. We should understand how we got, what was the struggle to happen, how we have to make best use of it and put India on a global map. Even students like you and members, you are very much capable of doing that. You all achieve whatever goals you have, maintain that integrity and commitment, and ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಇರು ಎಂತಾದರೂ ಇರು ಭಾರತೀಯನಾಗಿರು. That is the message for you all wherever you go, because CA is there providing a global opportunity. All of you, we don't know whether you serve in India or out of India, wherever you go, keep the flag of Indian flag very high. Nowadays, wherever you go across the globe, Indians are shining like anything. They are holding the key positions. Whichever the field they go, they shine. They bringing Indian name very high. You should maintain that. I wish you all once again happy Independence Day. I thank you all for actively participation. I also acknowledge our one more guest, Abdul Majid sir. I love to say him. Each Independence Day, without fail, he will come. He will sing a patriotic song. Thank you, sir. I request our chief guest to give a bouquet to our guest Abdul Majid sir. Thank you, sir. Hope students also eager to conduct, have their talent show. I request chief guest also to be present for some time to attend the talent show, because these students in their busy schedule of audit, GST and so many other things, they want to showcase their talent. Once again, I wish you all a happy Independence Day. Bolo Bharat Mata ki! Bolo Bharat Mata ki! Bolo Bharat Mata ki! Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Now I request our Vice Chairman CA Divya S to give an introduction of our chief guest.
A very pleasant morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and to my dear students. First of all, a very happy Independence Day to each one of you. To give a brief introduction about our chief guest of today's program, we are very blessed to have Sri Vishwanathan Sir as our chief guest for today's program. He was past chairman of SIRC of ICI and also Bangalore branch. He is a certified internal auditor and also member of Institute of Internal Auditors, India. He holds a certificate in Information System Auditing from ICI. He was also past joint secretary of Karnataka State Chartered Accountant Association. He is a charter member of Rotary Club of Bangalore Orchards. He was also president of the said Rotary during the year 1999 and 2000. He is also managing committee member of Bangalore chapter of Commerce of Industry, Chamber of Commerce of Industry, and currently he is the chairman of Banking and Finance and FinTech Committee, and is actively involved with Federation of Karnataka Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bangalore Management Association, and other institutions and organizations. He is a trustee of Ragigudda Sri Prasanna Anjaneya Swami Charitable Trust and Educational Institutions, and Ragigudda Sri Prasanna Anjaneya Swami Bhakta Mandali. He is also an independent director on board of several corporate entities. With this very, very brief introduction, I wholeheartedly welcome you for today's program, sir.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. Now we shall start this program by lighting of light. So I request all our dignitaries on the dais and the MC members of the dais and also our respected members to join us for this. I request everyone to rise.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तदेव शुक्रम् तदेवामृतम् तस्मिन् लोकः अस्मिन् शतः सर्वे तदुनास्यति कश्चन यदि कश्चन एतद्द्वैता 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 एतद्द्वैता
Thank you, everyone. As our chairman said, that every year we have Abdul sir coming here and we get the chance to hear his patriotic song. I request Abdul sir to come up on the dais and we shall follow the culture, what has been followed so far. Or
Thank you and happy Independence Day. हर करम अपना करेंगे, हर करम अपना करेंगे, ए वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है, जान भी देंगे, ए वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है, जान भी देंगे, ए वतन तेरे लिए. Thank you.
thank you, Abdul sir. Now I request our regional council member Geeta AP madam to give a special address.
Dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest of today's program, CA Vishwanath sir, past SARC chairman, still we remember the conference which we had during his tenure under his leadership as a chairman in Bangalore. Our Bangalore branch management committee members headed by CA Srinivas T, Secretary Pramod, and all the committee members, our ladies in council, Vice Chairman CA Divya and Sikasa Chairman Kavita, and all other committee members, and Abdul Mujid sir. Really, we proud to have him today, and not only today. Since I have been observing him for so many years, and without fail, he attend all August 15th and January 26th programs without fail, wherever he may be. Without fail, he will see that he will come and address or sing a song or give one stanza of any patriotic poem. So really, we salute you, sir, for your patriotism. And all our members, students, and guests, happy morning to all of you and happy Independence Day. We have all been feeling the vibes of Independence Day for the past 2-3 years, having witnessing the lighting of lamp in all the buildings throughout our city. Really, it gives an amazing feeling. Not only lamps, the tricolor flags wherever we see, and it gives us a more patriotism to each one of us. Why it is so special this year? Because we have completed the 75 years of independence. 75 years, 75 is not a small number. It's the 75 years of independence we have completed. It reminds us the struggle, the sacrifice by our forefathers, our leaders, our freedom fighters. So because of their sacrifice, we are here today, we are enjoying here today. Really, hats off to those people, and we should remain their sacrifice towards our nation. So for that, we all Indians should pay regards to our Mother India, and we should respect our nation as our mother as we treat at our home. The same day, independence, the 75 years back, this day, our country has become freedom from the Britishers, and once for all, they left our country and we became so independent and we became so freedom. So we must immensely proud and remain all our forefathers for that sake. The Independence Day, it reminds of our school days. So we used to go to school, and August 15th means our wearing white and white. And we used to go to school with so much of expectations of having one chocolate. And in some cases, we portray ourselves as national leaders. And we go to school, sing a song, and we get a chocolate and go home. But we should know now the same celebrations we are doing now also, but our thinking pattern has been changed. So now, each and everyone, we feel it as a celebration, real celebration, festivities of our nation. And we celebrate from our inner selves of this independence. To mark this 75 years of independence, our Prime Minister has brought us a great campaign of having Har Ghar Pe Tiranga. He has given permission. He wanted to see each and every house has hoist the national flag. So with this, we feel the great sense of unity in diversity. While we celebrate this 75 years of independence, we have to go an extra mile. So what we are doing now, we have to contribute in all respects, whatever possible from our side to take our nation to move forward, because without us, without you and I, any nation, any country will not be perfect. So we have to contribute from our side, whatever way we can do to glorify our nation in a next level. So I request all of you to be an Indian. So as our Central Council member used to say all the time, so we should be I in India and I in ICI. So like that we belong, that owningness and belongingness should be there in our mind, in ourselves, to feel us as an Indian and our fraternity of our ICA great premier institute. The Gandhiji said, if I have a belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even I may not have it at the beginning. So do something, just go moving, without having, if you don't have idea, if you don't have any motivation, if you don't have any inspiration, just start doing. Take action. Begin today itself, whatever it may be. Just you need to start something, to do something. Automatically, it takes you to the next level. It gives you to progress, and it progress our country too. So with these words, I once again wish you a happy Independence Day. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Now I request our chief guest, CAK Vishwanath, to give an inaugural address.
Good morning, everybody, and a happy Independence Day. Chairman Srinivas, SARC member Geeta, Secretary Pramod Hegde, and Divya, the Vice Chairman of the Bangalore branch, and all the other office bearers and committee members, and all of you young people out there here. And besides all of you, I also see a few members here, but most of you are very young. It feels good that you're all here on this wonderful day to sort of recall and recollect the sacrifices made by all our forefathers to get us our independence and to be where we are today. How many of you have heard of the speech made by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in 1947, 15th of August, called the Tryst with Destiny? How many of you have heard? Anybody heard? No. Yeah, I thought as much because you're all young people, and I think it's very important. I feel it's important that all of us gathered here today, especially all of you young people here, to sort of listen to the content of the speech by Pandit Ji on that wonderful day when India got independence. So I'm going to read to you some excerpts from his speech, which will drive home to you the vision of our forefathers, the fathers who got us our independence and allowed us to be what we are today, and give us everything that we have. So I'm going to start. I might sort of read it in the manner in which Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru read it that day. So therefore, this is on 14th of August 1947 at the stroke of midnight that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru made this statement, and I read now. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment, we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and to the still larger cause of humanity. At the dawn of history, India started on her unending quest, and trackless centuries are filled with her striving and grandeur of her success and failures. Through good and ill fortune alike, she has never lost sight of that quest, forgotten the ideals which gave her strength. We end today a period of misfortunes, and India discovers herself again. The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening of opportunity to the greater triumphs and achievements that await us. We are brave enough and wise enough. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? Freedom and power bring responsibility. The responsibility rests upon this assembly. He was talking about the assembly where he was delivering his speech that night. A sovereign body representing the sovereign people of India. Before the birth of freedom, we have endured all the pains of labor, and our hearts are heavy with the memory of this sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. Nevertheless, the past is over, and it is the future that beckons us now. That future is not one of ease or resting, but of incessant striving, so that we may fulfill the pledges we have so often taken and the one that we shall take today. The service of India means the service of the millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but as long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. And then he goes on to say, and so we have to labor and to work hard to give reality to our dream. And those dreams are for India, but they're also for the world. For all the nations and peoples are too closely knit together today for any one of them to imagine that it can live apart. Peace is said to be indivisible, and so is freedom. So is prosperity now, and also is disaster in this one world that can no longer be split into isolated fragments. To the people of India, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great adventure. This is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others. We have to build the noble mansion of free India where all the children may dwell. The appointed day has come, the day appointed by destiny, and India stands forth again after a long slumber and struggle, awake, vital, free, and independent. The past clings on to us still in some measure, and we have to do much more before we redeem the pledges we have so often taken. It is a fateful moment for us in India, for all Asia, and for the world. A new star rises, the star of freedom in the East. A new hope comes into being. A vision, long cherished, materializes. May the star never set and that hope never be destroyed. We rejoice in that freedom, even though clouds surround us, and many of our people are sorrow-stricken and difficult problems encompass us. But freedom brings responsibilities and burdens, and we have to face them in the spirit of a free and disciplined people. On this day, our first thoughts go to the architect of this freedom, the father of our nation, who, embodying the old spirit of India, held aloft the torch of freedom and lighted up the darkness that surrounded us. We have often been unworthy followers of his and have strayed from his message, but not only we, but succeeding generations will remember this message and bear the imprint in their hearts of this great son of India, magnificent in his faith and strength and courage and humility. We shall never allow that torch of freedom to be blown out, however high the wind or stormy the tempest. Our next thoughts must be of the unknown volunteers and soldiers of freedom who, without praise or reward, have served India even unto death. We think also of our brothers and sisters who have been cut off from us by political boundaries and who unhappily cannot share at present in the freedom that has come. They are of us and will remain of us whatever may happen, and we shall be sharers in their good or ill fortune alike. He was talking about the partitioning of India into Pakistan and India. The future beckons to us. Whither do we go, and what shall we do? What shall be our endeavor? To bring freedom and opportunity to the common man, to the peasants and the workers of India, to fight and end poverty and ignorance and disease, to build up a prosperous, democratic, and progressive nation, and to create social, economic, and political institutions which will ensure justice and fullness of life to every man and woman. So this, I have only read parts of that speech, and this was the spirit with which the first Prime Minister of our country addressed the nation at the midnight hour on that day when we got our freedom from British rule and we became an independent country. Now, I will spend a few minutes on our own institute and our profession and our practice. Again, for all of you young people who might not know a few things, I'll start with a small little introduction. The Institute of Chartered Accountants is the world's largest professional accounting body under the ownership of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. It was established on 1st of July 1949 as a statutory body under the Chartered Accountants Act 1949, enacted by the Parliament for regulating the profession of chartered accountants in India. The founding fathers of the Indian Constitution, please note this, granted autonomy to the profession through the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. The fact that the Act came in effect even before adoption of the Constitution of India shows the paramount importance that has been placed on the profession to act as custodians of transparency and integrity. You must note this. The fact is that we got our constitution of our institute much before India's constitution was adopted. That's the importance we have. The first council of the institute, our council met for the first time on the 15th of August 1949 to embark the profession on a continuous journey of excellence. Let's recall the speech of Mr. K.C. Niyogi, the then Minister for Commerce, who delivered this at the first meeting of the first council held at New Delhi on 15th of August 1949, in which he said, it was appropriate that a great and important profession in the country was launching upon a career of autonomy on Independence Day, and hoped that the council would maintain a level of professional conduct and professional standards which would bring resounding glory not only to the profession but to the country as well. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that today we can legitimately claim that we have indeed fulfilled his expectations as the backbone of financial discipline of this country. The same year, in 1949, we adopted our emblem with the Garuda and the motto, Yaesu Suptesu Jagarti. Please note, it is Jagarti, not Jagrati. Jagrati is being safe, being secure. But Jagarti is being awake. One who is awake amongst those who are asleep. That is the responsibility of our profession. It remains relevant even till this day and forever. Then let me quickly, without taking too much of your time, because I'm sure you're all wanting to take part in the wonderful cultural program that has been organized. Well, you all know that our institute has grown from just 1,689 members on the 1st of June 1950. We have grown to over 3.3 lakh members now, with the ICI administering and controlling the profession through more than 164 branches, with a permanent office in Dubai and representative offices in 63 global cities of the world spanning 43 countries. My message to you, a very happy Independence Day to all of you. Let's respect others' independence as much as we value ours. Freedom is when we have the power and when we share the power with others. That is why freedom is responsibility too. Let us keep empowering people around us and become more responsible. As chartered accountants, while we enjoy our professional autonomy, we always meet our responsibilities which come along with this autonomy. Being among the regulated professionals of a nation, the professional independence has given us a purpose and a chance to create a world, to create an environment where there are principles and ideals to live by and to live for. On the 1st of July 2017, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi called us Rishi Muni, saints and sages of economy and economic ambassadors. On behalf of the profession, let us humbly accept the appreciations extended sincerely to us. And we know that the price of these titles of respect that have been bestowed upon us and the glory that we have earned through the years of our professional existence is a big responsibility. And we take this responsibility of both today and tomorrow as the responsibility is ours. With this, all the very best to all of you, and may our country prosper, may our profession prosper and take its rightful place, as we just heard from our founding fathers, and of course, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who had this vision for this great country of ours. So once again, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking us back then. And also, I would definitely acknowledge the fact that our existence was before independence. And thank you for sharing those facts with our young students. I would request Raksha and Rashmi to come up on the stage. I request our chief guest to hand them over a floral bouquet. Coming this side, okay. Now moving towards next session. Of course, we have ICI Bangalore branch does conduct some sport activities other than just learning and other things. So we are sportive as well. So on that light, we did have a cricket match which was held among the members, and we had various teams participated. So we would like to distribute the prize on this day. So I would request our dignitaries on the dais to felicitate this mementos, and also I request our MC members also to come up on the dais. Request Kavita Madam, Shripad, Reju, Managing Committee members. Yeah. We have runner team here. was CA Titan, team was CA Titans. I request the representative of CA Titans to come up on the dais. ಅದೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೋದು. Also, the winner was Friends 11. So firstly, CA Titans. ಇಲ್ಲ, runners first. Runners. This was the sport which was held on 9 July. No. This is Friends 11. Yeah, this Friends 11 was the winner. So other than the member events, we had the sports day as well for the students on June 25th. So we had various programs or various sports. I would call upon Monish to announce the winners and the runners.
Hello.
Happy morning, everyone. On July 2nd, 2022, we have conducted Game of Medals. So here are the list of winners. Women throw ball winners. Team MSSV. I request Shri Raksha D to come up. Now I request the runners of women throw ball hangovers, Radha B. Next. Now I request runners of men throw ball, Team MSSV, Shashank Kashyap. Now I request winners of throw ball men, unknown 9.
Looks like most of them did not have breakfast. Does it? Come on, let's support everyone. So I would like to have a big round of applause.
Now it's time for volleyball. The runners of volleyball, Team MSSV. I request Akshaya GN. Now, winners of volleyball, Team KRS. I request everyone to give big round of applause. It's time for most exciting game, cricket. The runners of cricket, Team KRS. And last but not least, the winners of cricket, Team LRL. I request the captain Sai Kiran to come on this dais. I request everyone to give a big round of applause to cricket team winners. The partner of Team LRL, CA Rajesh, is also here. Over to Pramod sir.
Thank you, everyone. Now, before we start our talent show, we shall have a felicitation program for a chief guest. So I request the MC members on to come up on the dais. Rather stay here. I request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward. Sir, it's our privilege. Thank you, sir. I take the special privilege in giving the vote of thanks for this inaugural session. I would like to thank you for taking your time out and gracing this event and also addressing our members and the students on this day. On behalf of Bangalore branch of SIC, I once again thank you, sir.